7,855 pounds, open range light 291 RLS landing on trade here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. We are actually the folks who sold this to its one and only original owner, and I don't know who the folks were. I haven't had a chance to meet them personally. But whoever they were, they knew what they were doing. This has been well kept. There's a couple really small, slight, simple, easy to miss, but very nice upgrades I'm going to point out to you. You are not inheriting someone else's problems. And here's what's really cool about this, ladies and gentlemen. These were built with a lot of qualities that were way ahead of their time. Like, you're seeing Keystone and Jayco adopt, Freedom Express Coachman adopt these carpetless slide-outs, even Wildwood to an extent. Open Range was doing it before a lot of people even knew it was an option. The Whisper ducted air conditioning, they were early adopters of that as well. You know, there's a lot of things that a lot of RVs still don't do today that they were doing years ago. So just because this is a couple years old doesn't mean, I don't think you should have to feel like you're settling for something by you know, I'm getting it for less money, but I gave up some good features so I could get one for a few bucks less just because it was a few years older. I don't feel that's the case here. This is all pocket screwed cabinetry. All the well, the kitchen countertops that we're going to see, they are solid surface. Everything else is a sealed edge press membrane. You saw that electric heating fireplace directly across from our theater seat over here, which is heat and massage, by the way. And windows everywhere. The sun is just pouring into them, so I had to pull the shades. But over here on the camp side of the RV, that's where I think you're going to want the windows, and that is where you got the windows. And again, what you don't have is carpet. Thank you. They also didn't, they were one of the first ones to not do heat vents in the flooring of their fifth wheels. You see a little heat vent there coming out under the island. That might mean that, you know, the floor itself isn't quite as warm as floor ducted heating. But, you know, it's all a trade-off. It's a matter of which features do you want, which features do you care less about. Another thing this one has is some pretty darn good storage. Now, before we hop up there to the bathroom, one thing I wanted to point out here is this gigantic countertop extension. That is not a factory item. But here's the thing. It sure looks like they used factory materials, because that is a sealed-edged pressed membrane chunk of countertop that identically matches this. And if it isn't an identical match, I don't know how they did it. That is... they did good, basically. But that's the kind of things, when I say they added a couple little things to the RV, that's what I'm talking about. They made no major changes. This RV's in fantastic shape. I don't like using the phrase like new, because I feel like it gets overused, but this is extremely similar to new. We'll say that. I like that little stainless sink with the countertop chunk right there next to it, and a double vanity up top, so you got kind of a mine and yours Lipitor storage. This is a dual entry bed and bath, a lot like an Eagle HT 30.5 CKTS, but you've got that like bonus closet space over there. Plenty of legroom in front of that toilet as well, which, by the way, is a porcelain foot flush. A big corner shower here. Not all corner showers are created equal. This is a little bit bigger than some. Maybe not as big as, say, like the Cougar shower. But that's actually a good example of why we carry different things here at Haylett RV, to always have whatever it is exactly you're looking for. Now, that bathroom closet, it actually, it's part of the slide out that persists. It passes through all the way up here into the bedroom. And there's nine dresser drawers in that thing with a big, I like how they left the breeze window. They left that shelf there. It makes the whole room look and feel bigger. You get the storage of that slide out. And you know, you've got the hanging closet in the slide if you need it, but you also have dual hanging closets on either side here. And this is a 60 by 80 true queen bed, by the way. There's storage below it. It's easy to lift. We've got headboard mounted outlets on both sides. This is exceptionally CPAP friendly. And here's another thing. This is something I don't always talk about in a lot of videos. But like, it doesn't smell like people in here. And all I mean is that when we camp, we're outside. We're where it's hot. We're sweaty a little bit. We come in, we sit down, we cool off. Sometimes a little bit of that lingers, you know? None of that in here. Actually, there's almost like a cedar smell in here. I don't know if they hid some cedar chips somewhere, but again, I'm genuinely impressed with what I see out of this RV. This has been well kept. You are not inheriting someone else's problems. If you like the look of those big triple slide Eagles and Cougars, you're just trying to save some money, you don't want that big brand new RV price tag, folks, you got a great option here. Well, we have it in stock anyway. That's the trick with used RVs. It's kind of a grab bag. Once she's gone, she gone. And not a giant fifth wheel, but some really good pass-through storage capacity, and that right there is the RVQ grill that goes on the rear bumper. So, I mean, all of the original hardware that was included on this RV, and then some, is all here. That dual awning setup. Once again, this is a very similar floor plan to something like a 30 RLS Cougar, an Eagle HT 30.5 CKTS that we would have here at Haylett RV. It's actually, effectively, it's a cousin to that Eagle HT now that I think about it. Open Range, who made this, is owned by Jayco, in case you weren't aware of that. But long story short, it's a real similar layout. They put their own little spin on it. You're just able to get something very similar at a used price tag. That's never a bad thing. This has an enclosed heated underbelly, open range lights and ultralights. At this time, they were tested to 0 degrees. They found that they were able to achieve that for up to 5 hours at 0 degrees before they had to worry about lines freezing. So what does that mean? It basically means, short of it staying frozen like that the entire time, well past frozen, because freezing starts at 32. If, you know, you're going to be in the 20s, maybe the teens, it's pretty much going to stay there. You're pretty much going to be fine here. If it's going to hit that, you know, single digit temps and stay there for a while, that's a little bit beyond the capacities of this one. Now, if it's just going to dip down and touch super cold overnight and then come back tomorrow, you're going to be okay here. Good looking window package on this. This has a PVC roof membrane. I'd like to get you up there, but the weather's kind of prohibitive of that for slip sliding reasons. Long story short, though, it's a lighter, brighter membrane. It requires less upkeep. Keeps the sun out of the camper a little bit better too, in my experience. That is the mount here where the gas grill is going to hook up. There's your propane cooker hookup. And the previous owners look like they added a hitch to the back of this, and it's been nicely reinforced from what I can see, even adding a 4-way wiring harness. So my friends, if you are looking to put something like a little boat behind this, or a small little cargo pod or something like that, you've got yourself a nice little option here where somebody else paid for all the work and the engineering to have it done, and you still get to buy it at a used price tag. Not bad, man. Now, pardon my head sock. It is cold, and I am bald. At least balding. I'm definitely on the way, but it's going to happen. It's a little bit of karma, because I used to walk up to my very bald grandfather's head with a rag and go, and yeah, that's what happens, karma. What you put into the universe, you get back. It could also just be genetic. I don't know. Regardless, I'm way off topic here. If you have any questions, if you like what you see, if you need hitching, you need parts, you need a tow vehicle, we do package deals, we do financing, we do it all. All we need is a call. We'll get you camping. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Haylett camping, everyone. Head sock.